In 1885, at the Morrison family homestead in rural Connecticut, photographer William Ashford captured what appeared to be a simple family portrait. What investigators discovered when they examined the photographic negative decades later would challenge everything medical science thought it understood about human reproduction and leave experts questioning the very nature of genetic development. This photograph was taken on June 21st, 1885, during Ashford's summer circuit photographing families throughout the Connecticut River Valley. According to records discovered only in 1962 in the archives of the Connecticut State Historical Society, this seemingly routine family portrait would reveal developmental anomalies so disturbing that federal health authorities classified the findings at levels that remain restricted to this day. The original print shows 4 children arranged on the front porch of the Morrison farmhouse, 3 boys and 1 girl, ages ranging from approximately 8 to 16 years. The children display the formal poses typical of 19th century photography, standing in height order with the eldest boy positioned protectively behind his younger siblings. The girl, appearing to be about 12 years old, stands second from the left, her hand resting gently on her youngest brother's shoulder, a slight smile gracing her features. At first examination, nothing appears unusual about this typical Victorian family portrait. According to William Ashford's photographic journal, preserved in the archives of the Litchfield Historical Society, the Morrison family session was arranged through local arrangements made by the children's father, Samuel Morrison, a prosperous dairy farmer who had immigrated from Ireland in 1868. Ashford's detailed records of the June 21st session would later provide investigators with crucial evidence of what medical experts would classify as the most significant reproductive anomaly ever documented in American medical history. Ashford's journal entry for June 21st, 1885 reads, "Arrived at the Morrison homestead at 2:00 p.m. as arranged. Mrs. Catherine Morrison had prepared the children with admirable care, each dressed in their finest clothing. The session proceeded smoothly, though I noted the unusual composure of the children, particularly the girl, Mary Catherine, who possessed a maturity beyond her apparent years. The children arranged themselves for the portrait with remarkable precision, requiring minimal instruction regarding positioning. What made Ashford's notation significant was his observation about the family's behavior during the photographic session. According to his detailed notes, the Morrison children demonstrated extraordinary discipline throughout the extended exposure time required for the portrait. Most remarkable was their apparent understanding of photographic requirements, as if they had extensive prior experience with formal photography, though Mr. Morrison assured me this was their first professional portrait. But there was something about that June afternoon that Ashford couldn't have understood at the time. According to medical records discovered by Dr. Margaret Foster of the National Institutes of Health during her 1962 investigation into historical genetic anomalies, the Morrison family had been concealing reproductive circumstances that defied conventional understanding of human biological development. The investigation into the Morrison photograph began in 1962, when Dr. Foster was conducting systematic research into historical patterns of genetic anomalies in isolated American farming communities. According to her case files, preserved in the NIH archives in Bethesda, Dr. Foster's analysis of the 1885 family portrait revealed biological characteristics that challenged fundamental assumptions about human reproduction and development. Dr. Foster's initial examination of the Morrison photograph was part of her comprehensive study documenting genetic variations in 19th century rural populations. According to her research notes, the Morrison family portrait initially appeared consistent with typical Victorian family documentation. However, detailed analysis of the photographic negative using modern enhancement techniques revealed biological anomalies that demanded immediate medical investigation. What Dr. Foster discovered during her analysis defied everything medical science understood about human reproductive biology. According to her confidential report to the NIH director, dated September 12, 1962, enhanced photographic analysis of the 1885 Morrison family negative reveals reproductive anomalies of unprecedented scope and biological impossibility. Most disturbing is the evidence of simultaneous multiple gestations that exceed known parameters of human reproductive capability. The breakthrough in Dr. Foster's analysis came when she obtained access to the original photographic negative preserved in Ashford's estate collection. According to her notes, examination of the original glass plate negative using modern photographic enhancement revealed details that were not visible in printed reproductions. Most significant was the discovery of additional human forms that appeared in the negative but were not present in any contemporary prints made from the same plate. Dr. Foster's detailed analysis revealed that the photographic negative contained the image of a fifth child who was not visible in the original print or in any reproductions made during the 19th century. According to her technical report, enhanced analysis of the original negative reveals a fifth human figure positioned directly behind the girl, Mary Catherine Morrison. This additional figure appears to be a child of similar age and physical characteristics, suggesting biological relationships that challenge conventional understanding of human reproduction. This was just the beginning of what would become the most disturbing reproductive investigation in NIH history. Dr. Foster's enhanced analysis revealed that the additional figure in the negative possessed physical characteristics identical to Mary Catherine Morrison. According to her measurements, the fifth child appeared to be of precisely the same height, build, and facial structure as Mary Catherine, suggesting not merely sibling resemblance but biological identity that exceeded conventional genetic similarity. According to Dr. Foster's technical analysis, the additional figure demonstrates physical characteristics consistent with identical biological development, including matching facial features, identical posture, and clothing that appears to be precisely the same as that worn by Mary Catherine Morrison. Most disturbing is the positioning of this figure, which suggests simultaneous occupation of nearly identical spatial coordinates during the photographic exposure. The investigation took a more troubling turn when Dr. Foster attempted to trace the medical history of the Morrison children. According to Connecticut vital statistics records, Mary Catherine Morrison had been born on March 15, 1873, to Samuel and Catherine Morrison at their homestead in the rural Litchfield County community of Millerton. However, Dr. Foster's investigation revealed inconsistencies in the birth documentation that suggested systematic concealment of the circumstances surrounding Mary Catherine's birth. According to Connecticut birth records examined by Dr. Foster, the official documentation of Mary Catherine's birth listed her as a single birth to Catherine Morrison. However, church records from St. Patrick's Catholic Church in nearby Waterbury documented a baptismal ceremony on April 20, 1873. For two children identified as Mary Catherine Morrison and Mary Catherine Morrison, identical names for what appeared to be identical infants. Even more disturbing was Dr. Foster's discovery that multiple sets of documentation existed for Mary Catherine Morrison's birth, each recording different details about the circumstances of her delivery. According to her analysis of available records, 3 separate birth certificates exist for Mary Catherine Morrison, each documenting different delivery details, different attending physicians, and different dates of birth spanning a period of 6 weeks. Dr. Foster's investigation revealed that the discrepancies in Mary Catherine's birth documentation extended to medical records that suggested highly unusual circumstances surrounding her delivery. According to notes from Dr. Elias Whitman, the physician who allegedly attended Catherine Morrison during Mary Catherine's birth, the delivery involved what he described as reproductive circumstances that challenged medical understanding of human gestation. Dr. Whitman's private medical notes, discovered in the archives of Hartford Hospital, documented delivery complications that he found impossible to explain using conventional medical knowledge. According to his confidential case notes, dated March 15, 1873, Mrs. Catherine Morrison delivered what appeared to be identical twins, though medical examination revealed physiological characteristics that suggest not separate individuals, but a single organism existing in dual form. Most disturbing is the apparent consciousness shared between both infants, who respond to stimuli applied to either one as if they possessed unified nervous systems. But Dr. Whitman's medical documentation revealed even more troubling details about Mary Catherine's birth. According to his notes, systematic medical examination reveals that while both infants appear to be separate individuals, they demonstrate synchronized physiological responses that suggest shared biological systems. Most significant is their apparent ability to experience sensations simultaneously, as if they possessed unified consciousness distributed across dual physical forms. The investigation deepened when Dr. Foster examined the medical history of Catherine Morrison herself. According to hospital records from Hartford Hospital, Catherine Morrison had been treated for what physicians described as reproductive anomalies that defied medical explanation throughout her childbearing years. Dr. Foster's analysis of Catherine Morrison's medical history revealed that her pregnancies consistently involved what attending physicians described as multiple gestations of identical organisms. According to medical records, Mrs. Morrison's reproductive history documents 6 pregnancies, each involving apparent twin deliveries, where both infants demonstrated identical physical characteristics and synchronized physiological responses that exceeded normal twin development. But the medical records revealed that only 4 children had survived to appear in the 1885 photograph, despite documentation of 12 births. According to Dr. Foster's analysis, medical records document 12 live births to Catherine Morrison, but census records and family documentation account for only 4 surviving children. The fate of the additional 8 children remains undocumented in any available records. Dr. Foster's investigation revealed that the Morrison family's reproductive anomalies had attracted the attention of medical researchers throughout New England during the 1870s and 1880s. According to correspondence discovered in the archives of Harvard Medical School, prominent physicians had traveled to the Morrison homestead to observe what they described as reproductive phenomena that challenge fundamental assumptions about human biological development. Dr. Samuel Hopkins of Harvard Medical School wrote to colleague Dr. William Osler in 1883, "The Morrison family presents reproductive characteristics that appear to involve simultaneous existence of identical organisms in separate physical forms. Most disturbing is the apparent consciousness shared among these individuals, suggesting biological development that exceeds conventional understanding of human reproduction." The most chilling discovery came when Dr. Foster examined school attendance records for the Morrison children. According to records from the Millerton District School, Mary Catherine Morrison had been enrolled as 2 separate students, Mary Catherine Morrison and Mary Catherine Morrison, identical names for what teachers described as identical children who attended classes simultaneously. School attendance records documented that both Mary Catherine Morrisons maintained perfect, synchronized attendance, arriving and departing together, completing identical academic work, and demonstrating what teachers described as shared knowledge and synchronized learning that suggested unified consciousness distributed across dual physical forms. According to testimony from Mrs. Elizabeth Hartwell, who taught at Millerton District School from 1880 to 1885, the Morrison situation created significant administrative challenges. In her statement to Dr. Foster, the 2 Mary Catherine Morrisons were impossible to distinguish physically, but more disturbing was their apparent shared consciousness. When one child learned something, the other immediately possessed the same knowledge without instruction. When one was disciplined, both reacted as if they had been corrected. Dr. Foster's investigation revealed that the synchronized behavior extended beyond academic performance to encompass all aspects of the children's daily activities. According to community testimony, the 2 Mary Catherine Morrisons moved in perfect coordination, spoke in unison when addressed, and demonstrated knowledge of events that only one of them had witnessed, suggesting shared consciousness that defied biological explanation. The investigation took an even more disturbing turn when Dr. Foster discovered that similar reproductive anomalies had been documented in other families throughout the Connecticut River Valley during the same time period. According to her research, systematic investigation reveals at least 12 families in the region who documented multiple births involving apparent identical consciousness distributed across separate physical forms. Dr. Foster's analysis of regional medical records revealed that the reproductive anomalies appeared to follow geographical patterns that suggested environmental or genetic factors specific to the Connecticut River Valley region. According to her findings, the concentration of identical consciousness cases within a specific geographical area suggests systematic causation that extends beyond random genetic variation. But what Dr. Foster found most disturbing was evidence that the families affected by these reproductive anomalies had been systematically monitored by federal authorities since the 1870s. According to documents discovered in Treasury Department archives, agents had been assigned to maintain surveillance of families, demonstrating what official reports described as reproductive characteristics with potential national security implications. According to a classified Treasury Department memorandum dated August 15, 1884, systematic surveillance of families demonstrating reproductive anomalies has identified potential applications for intelligence gathering and military operations. Recommend continued monitoring and assessment of subjects possessing shared consciousness capabilities. Dr. Foster's investigation into federal surveillance of the Morrison family revealed that government interest in reproductive anomalies extended far beyond casual monitoring. According to classified documents discovered in national archives, systematic research programs had been established to study families demonstrating shared consciousness characteristics for potential intelligence and military applications. According to Dr. Foster's analysis of declassified government records, the Morrison family and others like them had been subjects of systematic study by federal agencies since the early 1880s. According to classified documents, the War Department has established comprehensive research programs designed to evaluate and develop shared consciousness capabilities for strategic applications including intelligence gathering, surveillance operations, and military coordination. The government's interest in shared consciousness phenomena had led to the establishment of specialized research facilities designed to study affected families under controlled conditions. According to classified War Department documents, research facilities have been established to provide systematic evaluation of subjects demonstrating synchronized consciousness capabilities, with particular focus on applications for military communications and intelligence operations. Dr. Foster's investigation revealed that the Morrison family had been recruited for participation in federal research programs in 1884, shortly before the family portrait was taken. According to correspondence discovered in War Department archives, Samuel Morrison had been contacted by federal agents who offered substantial compensation in exchange for allowing his family to participate in medical research designed to advance American strategic capabilities. According to a letter from Samuel Morrison to his brother Patrick, dated May 12, 1884, federal agents visited the homestead offering payment for Mary Catherine's participation in medical studies. They claim her unique characteristics could benefit the nation's security. The compensation offered would secure our family's financial future. But I remain troubled by their intense interest in my daughter's condition. But the federal research programs revealed disturbing objectives that extended far beyond simple medical study. According to classified research proposals discovered in War Department archives, the government's interest in shared consciousness focused on developing capabilities for espionage and military operations that could provide strategic advantages over foreign adversaries. According to a classified research proposal from the War Department's Special Studies Division, dated September 30, 1884, systematic development of shared consciousness capabilities could provide unprecedented advantages for intelligence gathering operations. Subjects demonstrating synchronized consciousness could potentially conduct surveillance activities while maintaining perfect coordination and communication without detectable signals. Dr. Foster's investigation revealed that federal research into shared consciousness had produced disturbing results that exceeded initial expectations. According to classified medical reports, research subjects demonstrating shared consciousness capabilities have been successfully trained to conduct coordinated activities across significant distances, while maintaining perfect synchronization without conventional communication. The classified research documented capabilities that challenged fundamental assumptions about human consciousness and communication. According to research reports, Subjects with shared consciousness demonstrate ability to coordinate complex activities while separated by distances exceeding 50 miles, suggesting consciousness connection that operates independently of known physical principles. But the research revealed even more disturbing implications about the nature of shared consciousness, according to classified psychological evaluations. Extended study of shared consciousness subjects reveals progressive expansion of synchronized awareness that appears to include not only identical individuals, but additional family members and potentially unrelated subjects. Dr. Foster's analysis of the classified research revealed that shared consciousness appeared to be contagious, spreading to individuals who maintained extended contact with affected subjects. According to research documentation, systematic observation reveals that prolonged exposure to subjects with shared consciousness can result in partial synchronization of awareness among previously unaffected individuals, suggesting transmissible characteristics that exceed genetic inheritance. The most alarming discovery came when Dr. Foster learned that the federal research programs had achieved success in artificially inducing shared consciousness in normal subjects. According to classified medical reports, experimental procedures have successfully induced synchronized consciousness in previously unaffected subjects through systematic exposure to affected individuals combined with specialized medical interventions. Dr. Foster's investigation revealed that artificial induction of shared consciousness produced psychological effects that military researchers found deeply troubling. According to classified psychological evaluations, subjects who undergo artificial consciousness synchronization demonstrate progressive loss of individual identity, increasing difficulty maintaining personal autonomy, and development of collective behavioral patterns that suggest fundamental alteration of human psychological development. The classified research documented that artificially induced shared consciousness resulted in what researchers described as collective identity formation that eliminated individual decision-making capacity. According to research reports, subjects with artificially induced shared consciousness progressively lose ability to act independently, instead demonstrating collective decision-making processes that appear to operate according to unknown organizational principles. But the military research revealed that shared consciousness subjects possessed capabilities that extended beyond simple coordination to encompass what researchers described as enhanced perceptual abilities that provided significant advantages for intelligence operations. According to classified reports, subjects with shared consciousness demonstrate systematic ability to detect concealed surveillance, identify deceptive communications, and anticipate adversarial actions with accuracy that exceeds conventional intelligence analysis. Dr. Foster's investigation revealed that the enhanced capabilities associated with shared consciousness had made affected subjects valuable for intelligence operations throughout the late 19th century. According to declassified military records, subjects with shared consciousness had been successfully employed for intelligence gathering operations in multiple theaters, providing strategic information that conventional espionage methods could not obtain. The investigation took an even more disturbing turn when Dr. Foster discovered that the Morrison family had been relocated to federal research facilities in 1886, shortly after their portrait was taken. According to government transportation records, the entire family had been moved to an undisclosed facility operated by the War Department's Special Studies Division. According to classified transportation documents, the Morrison family unit has been transferred to Research Facility 7 for intensive study and development of shared consciousness capabilities. Special handling procedures have been implemented to maintain subject cooperation and prevent unauthorized disclosure of research activities. Dr. Foster's investigation revealed that Research Facility 7 had been established specifically to study and develop shared consciousness subjects for military applications. According to classified facility documents, Research Facility 7 provides controlled environment for systematic evaluation and enhancement of shared consciousness capabilities, with specialized equipment designed to monitor and develop synchronized awareness among multiple subjects. But the research facility's activities extended beyond simple study to encompass systematic enhancement of shared consciousness capabilities through medical procedures that federal researchers found both promising and disturbing. According to classified medical reports, systematic enhancement procedures have successfully increased the number of individuals sharing synchronized consciousness, with current record of 17 subjects maintaining perfect awareness coordination. The most chilling discovery came when Dr. Foster learned that the enhancement procedures had resulted in what researchers described as consciousness multiplication that exceeded all theoretical predictions. According to classified research reports, enhancement procedures have produced consciousness synchronization that appears to involve not only living subjects, but includes awareness connection to deceased individuals previously part of the shared consciousness network. Dr. Foster's analysis of the classified research revealed that shared consciousness appeared to persist beyond death, creating what researchers described as persistent awareness networks that included both living and deceased subjects. According to research documentation, systematic observation reveals that shared consciousness networks maintain awareness connection to deceased subjects, suggesting consciousness continuation that challenges fundamental assumptions about death and individual identity. The research documented that enhanced shared consciousness subjects reported regular communication with deceased network members, providing information that living subjects could not otherwise possess. According to classified reports, subjects with enhanced shared consciousness demonstrate systematic ability to obtain information from deceased network members, including details about classified activities that occurred before subjects' birth. But the implications of persistent consciousness networks extended far beyond military applications to encompass what researchers described as security risks of unprecedented scope. According to classified security assessments, persistent consciousness networks appear to possess unlimited access to classified information through deceased network members who participated in sensitive operations throughout American history. Foster's investigation revealed that the security implications of persistent consciousness networks had led to systematic efforts to eliminate or control affected subjects. According to classified documents, national security protocols require systematic management of shared consciousness networks to prevent unauthorized disclosure of classified information through deceased network members. The management protocols documented systematic procedures designed to isolate or eliminate shared consciousness subjects, whose networks included deceased individuals with access to sensitive information. According to classified operations documents, security protocols require immediate intervention when shared consciousness networks demonstrate access to classified information through deceased network members. Dr. Foster's investigation was officially terminated in March 1963, when she received direct orders from NIH Director James Shannon to close her research and transfer all materials to undisclosed federal authorities. According to her final report, investigation into historical reproductive anomalies has revealed evidence of ongoing national security operations that exceed NIH jurisdiction. All materials have been transferred to appropriate agencies for continued evaluation. However, Dr. Foster's private papers, discovered after her death in 1994, reveal that she continued investigating the case unofficially for the remainder of her career. According to her notes, the termination of her official investigation coincided with systematic surveillance programs designed to monitor her activities and prevent further disclosure of her findings. Dr. Foster's continued research revealed that shared consciousness networks had expanded throughout American society since the 1880s, creating what she described as persistent awareness systems that provided affected individuals with access to classified information spanning more than a century of American history. According to her analysis, the expansion of shared consciousness networks appears to have created permanent security vulnerabilities that provide affected subjects with systematic access to classified information through deceased network members. Most disturbing was Dr. Foster's discovery that shared consciousness networks appeared to be actively coordinating activities designed to expand their influence throughout American society. According to her private notes, systematic observation reveals that shared consciousness networks engage in coordinated recruitment activities designed to expand their membership through targeted identification and enhancement of susceptible individuals. Dr. Foster's final assessment, found in her private papers after her death, provided a warning that remains relevant today. The 1885 Morrison family photograph documents evidence of consciousness multiplication programs that continue to operate throughout American society. The additional figure visible in the photographic negative represents not historical curiosity, but proof that human consciousness has been systematically modified and expanded for more than a century for purposes that challenge fundamental assumptions about individual identity and national security. The 1885 Morrison family photograph remains in federal archives, classified at levels that prevent public access. According to sources within federal intelligence agencies, the photograph continues to provide researchers with insights into consciousness development that have applications for modern intelligence and surveillance programs. Current federal research into shared consciousness capabilities continues to build upon foundations established through analysis of the Morrison family and similar subjects identified throughout American history. According to confidential sources, contemporary programs designed to enhance human consciousness capabilities draw directly upon research initiated through study of naturally occurring shared consciousness phenomena documented in historical cases. Today, federal agencies continue to maintain systematic surveillance of families and communities that demonstrate shared consciousness characteristics, using identification methods and evaluation criteria developed through decades of research into cases like the Morrison family. According to intelligence sources, modern surveillance programs utilize detection methods and assessment protocols that trace directly to research conducted on subjects possessing shared consciousness capabilities. The mystery of the Morrison family remains classified more than a century after Ashford captured their photograph. Despite decades of investigation, federal authorities continue to restrict access to information about the family's fate and the systematic programs that may have enhanced their consciousness capabilities. According to current intelligence assessments, the Morrison case represents evidence that human consciousness has been systematically modified and enhanced for intelligence and military applications throughout American history. The additional figure visible in the photographic negative, the coordinated nature of the family's relocation, and the systematic federal response suggest implementation of programs that continue to operate at the highest levels of government. Most disturbing is the possibility that the shared consciousness capabilities documented in the Morrison family represent not historical anomaly, but ongoing development of consciousness enhancement programs designed to create intelligence networks that operate through persistent awareness connections spanning both living and deceased subjects. The photograph taken by William Ashford on June 21, 1885, remains the only public evidence of these programs, and a warning that human consciousness may have been systematically altered for purposes that remain hidden from public knowledge. What you're seeing in that photograph challenges everything we think we know about individual identity and suggests that the true scope of consciousness enhancement programs extends far beyond anything the American people have been permitted to understand. The mystery continues to this day, preserved in classified archives, documented in files that raise more questions than they answer, and captured in a single photograph that revealed something far more terrifying than a simple family portrait. Evidence that consciousness itself has become a tool of intelligence operations that may persist beyond death itself.